as we lurch into fall in Chicago, and we do lurch in Chicago and other places, there's something new that you're going to want to have in your garden for the fall, perhaps in containers over the winter, and that is the Cool Wave Pansy. I'm with Claire Watson from Cool Wave Pansy, and she's going to tell us about how this got developed, and what is the story behind that?
Well, it's really quite interesting actually. One of my colleagues, he used to work in Europe, and as you can tell, I'm also from Europe. He saw these beautiful trailing geraniums growing in the window boxes, and then in the winter he'd see them empty, and he wanted to work on a product that will fill those so that customers could enjoy colour 12 months all the year round.
So I've come out to Tagawa Gardens in Denver to see the sneak preview of the Cool Wave Pansies, which are now available in Chicago. Now, they're like the petunias, Cool Wave petunias, in that they spread, right?
That's right, but they're ideal for cool season gardening. So we're talking spring, and of course right now for fall.
And how would you do it in the fall? What kind of accessories would you have for your plants?
Well, that's a great question, because we're getting to that time now where our summer containers are tired. We really want to refresh them.
Heck, I'm tired.
Yeah. And we've got these great sort of garden staples that we use to bring in those fall tones, like the mum we've got here, garden mums in the reds and burgundies and yellows and oranges. But now we've got these great new cool tones with the blues and the whites and the frost colours that will work into that decor. So we've got a couple of ideas here. So,
well, let's start with our pumpkin.
Let's start. So Halloween right around the corner, and very easy to just take one of these from your garden centre and drop it in a container.
Just go boom.
Absolutely. And instant Halloween garden.
Well, and part of that Halloween garden, because some veggies like to grow at this time of year, would be to add perhaps a lettuce or perhaps
an ornamental kale.
And didn't we have some bok choy over here?
We've got, bok choy, Swiss chard, any of those sort of cool season fall vegetables that we'd enjoy.
And then as you get later on in the season, you get to Christmas, you can take it out of this container, put it in a different container. Yeah. And then it'll kind of go dormant over in the really, really cold weather. And how cold can it get?
Down to sort of minus 25 Fahrenheit. In containers.
I'm glad you're using Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I'm learning that. Yeah. And in containers, we're looking at about minus 15 Fahrenheit. So for Zone 5 gardening, these are absolutely perfect in our region in Chicagoland.
And then in the spring, they spring back to life, and this will be the first color you see in your garden.
They will indeed, and they're really easy to actually care for too over the winter. Okay. So let them die back over the winter. You don't have to cover them at all. You don't have to water them, and they'll just, as soon as the days start warming up and the nights start warming up, they'll pop right back up.
Wait a second. This is a no maintenance plant. Don't say that. People are going to get the wrong idea about gardening.
Well, once it's flowering again in the spring, then of course you have to feed and water it.
Yes, you do, of course. But again, you're going to have that color, and they will have overwintered. They're going to be ready to rock and roll in the spring, and this is a great product. I think you ought to go out to your favorite garden center today and get some Cool Wave Pansies and have them all winter long. Claire, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mike.
Coming up next, we know it's not quite Christmas yet, but you want to start thinking about gifts for gardeners. We're going over to Platte Hill Nursery, and we'll point out a few that might end up in somebody's stocking.